Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to those who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, do the right thing and subscribe. I know recently I've been sharing a lot of things, personal things, but if you did not know, this channel actually is all about my life, different parts of my life. Coming to Taiwan was one of that, so I started sharing information about that. So yeah, so I hope you can stick around for all the different parts. Maybe some of you are not really interested in this part of my life, and that's okay. But if you are, I'll be happy to have you around. So yeah, so I just wanted to put it out there. I'll still put videos about, living in Taiwan, all those kind of shendes. I think these videos are important for me to share because I'm a foreigner and I'm going through different parts of my life. So I want to integrate that so people know, like things happen in life and yeah, you just have to go with what's happening. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys for sticking around and choosing to continue to watch my videos and liking them and sharing them. And yeah, I hope that you can still find them relatable. And yeah, and please forgive me if I'm breathing like crazy. We all know the reason for that. Okay, so yeah, let's get straight into the videos. I'm talking about my first trimester and what I went through. But before I do that, I just want to talk about actually what happened, like signs that I received, kind of, but I didn't really pay much attention to before I fell pregnant. Okay, so like about 2 months before I fell pregnant, my friend from South Africa, she texted me and said, "Hey, dude, I had a dream about you, and you were pregnant, and it was a boy." And I was like, I rebuke you. That is not me. That is not my life. I don't want that. That's what I said. But anyway, so that was one sign that I think God gave me to show me that, hey, I'm bringing another special spirit down to you. So you better prepare. But I didn't take it seriously and I just wasn't like there. And then soon after that, my students, they have like a DIY class, and in this DIY class they decided that they were gonna make a person, and one of my students, they made me, right. She made a picture, well, like a clay of some sort. I don't really know what they used to make that, but she made me. Okay, she made me, and I had brown. This doll thingy had a brown skin. She on that day I was wearing like a duke, so I had put it on my hair, over my hair. So she put something over that. I'll put a picture over here so you guys can see. So she put all that. It was beautiful, green. I think it was a green something. I just forgot. But she added a special thing on top of that. She added a bum, okay? Oh my gosh. So after she made it, she came up to my class and she's like, "Oh, teacher Precious, this is you, okay? This is you. I made you." And I was like, "Why do I have a bum, girl?" She's like, "No, this is you. This is you having a baby." Okay? Then I was like, okay, I just accepted it. I was like, it's cute, it's whatever. So I just leave it. I move on with my life. Then months, 2 months or 1 month later, that's it. I find out I'm pregnant, and it's a lot of like, you know, stressful moments, stressful emotions, and I'm going through the most. But when I look back now, I realize that actually God did send me some messages to show me that, hey, I'll be bringing somebody, so you better prepare and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, like, this is some of the things that I saw happening prior to me falling pregnant, and it was quite interesting. So yeah, so when I first found out I was pregnant, I found out literally at exactly when my period was supposed to come, which was 4 weeks. So took a test. Obviously, you guys saw that video. I was like mind blown. It was positive, and then as soon as I took a test, like literally a week after that, the symptoms started kicking in a lot. I like on the day that I took a pregnancy test, I had pressure like on my pelvic area, so it wasn't like, I wouldn't say like a symptom, but I had pressure. That's what kind of pushed me to take a pregnancy test also. But anyway, so literally from the 5th week, that's when I started experiencing a lot of symptoms. So from week 1 to 4, I didn't really feel that I was pregnant. I just went on with my life up until I missed my period. So from week 5, things started happening. I started feeling like bloating, like extreme bloating. That was the first things that I experienced, bloating to a point where I remember there was a point where I cried because I could not sleep. So this bloating was causing me not to sleep at night, and I was so bloated, guys. It was not even funny. I remember I even cried like to my husband, like, I cannot take this anymore. This is how bloated I was, because I was bloated for like 2 weeks, I think, straight, to a point where it was too much for me. And I was also experiencing burping. That was another symptom that I experienced. I was burping like crazy. Another thing I was experiencing was soon after, like maybe week 7, when I got to week 7, I started vomiting. Now, this is the same thing that happened with my first baby, Amari. Like when I first had Amari, I was vomiting. I vomited throughout the entire pregnancy. In the first trimester, it was horrible, and then it got better. Like literally, I was vomiting every day, and then it went from every day to every week, and then by the 3rd trimester it was like once every 2 weeks. So I literally vomited the entire pregnancy, which I just hated so much. Vomiting is the worst. So this time around I was vomiting, but I was vomiting like extremely, like twice a day, and it was on another level. I even thought I was pregnant with twins at some point, because I was like, what is happening? And if you follow me on Instagram, there's a time that I posted a picture of twins, because I saw twins everywhere I go, because I'm obsessed with twins anyway in general. So I saw this picture, and then I was like, before I always wanted twins. I even wrote, I said, I changed my mind, God, because I was thinking, what if it's twins? Because this kind of vomiting is like extreme. So I vomited, I couldn't sleep, I was bloated. It was really, really horrible. So from week 7 to 12, basically I was vomiting every day. And luckily it was during the holidays here in Taiwan. So it was during like July and August, just before I went back to school. I was like in the toilet every day. And I was so stressed out, like, what's going to happen to me when I go back to school? But luckily, when I went back to school, the first 2 weeks when I went back to school, there were no students. So I thought, if something happens and I need to vomit, I just run there and vomit. That's it. And I have to take extra clothes, because like my bowels, they're crazy. If I'm vomiting, everything is a mess. So I just really, really hated the first trimester. It was not something that I enjoyed. It was the worst first trimester I've had, even worse than my daughter's, really, because it was on an extreme level. But yeah, so this is what I kind of experienced, and I was hoping that it will, get better. I didn't cook the whole first trimester. After I found out I was pregnant, I didn't cook. I was ordering food from online. I hated the taste of the food in Taiwan, and I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't keep anything down. It was just, I felt like disabled, really, because I could not do anything, and it was just tough for me. It was really, really tough. and not having anyone around, it made things worse. That's why I became extra homesick at the time, and I just felt like, well, I don't want to go back to work, I just want to go back home. I had a lot of emotions at the time, and it was a lot for me. Really, it was a lot. I cried a lot my first trimester, and a lot of emotions also because I was not, you know, expecting the pregnancy. So it was a lot of things. So yeah, it's just, like first trimesters are the worst. People who go through their pregnancies without going through so many symptoms, they're really, really blessed, because it's the pits. Really, it's the pits. It's the ghetto. Like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's my short, quick first trimester recap. And I don't want to keep it too long and share a whole lot of things, but those were a lot of things that I experienced, like emotions that I went through and stuff like that. And I hope you guys, if you have babies or you've had babies, you can comment down below and let me know, how was your first trimester when you had your baby? Was it smooth sailing or what? Let's talk about it and chat about it. And yeah, and thank you guys for watching up to this point. And if you have, you know what to do. You leave that hot girl. And I appreciate you. I love you guys. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.